Hello and welcome to today's video, and this is basically a continuation of the video that I did last week, which was replacing or rather overhauling the battery unit for this WORX lawnmower. Now, it's not a new lawnmower, and I'll be honest with you, I was at the point of actually thinking, hey, do you know what, I'm actually going to take this to the dump. I haven't used it for quite a few years, so what's the point of keeping it? The battery's flat. It no longer holds a charge properly, so I'll just get rid of it. But then I thought, hey, do you know what? It's actually quite useful to have a battery-powered mower which doesn't have any kind of cables or anything else to worry about. And when it was actually working properly, it did actually sort of do quite a good job. So I thought, what I'll do, I'll spend a bit of time, I'll give it a clean up, and I'll also sort of purchase another pair of 12-volt lead acid batteries for the power pack. So I overhauled the power pack. Before actually completing the work that you see that I'm doing here, I actually mowed the lawn in the back garden because I just wanted to make sure that it actually worked post replacement of the power pack, and it did. What I did find though was that the blade is pretty blunt. Now thankfully you can actually get brand new blades if you wanted, but rather than get a brand new blade, I thought I would try sharpening the blade. So the first thing I did was to get rid of all of the grass that you can see here, and I used some of my waterless wash and wax that I normally use on the cars. It actually has done a surprisingly good job, actually. I'm quite impressed. Something else that you might want to consider doing when you're putting it back into storage is to just cover that whole underside with WD-40. So coat the blade in WD-40, anything else that you can see also in WD-40. The other thing that I wanted to ensure was that the vents that you can see just behind the blade, which are for the motor, were also clear as well. So it's probably a good idea after each use just to give it a bit of a clean up and make sure that everything is still clear. So this is what I'm using to sharpen the blades. I'm not sure if it will actually work, but it's worth a go. And literally probably best done with the blade off of the mower and the blade in a vise, but I actually managed to get quite a good sharp edge by doing it in this particular fashion. What I would recommend, something that I didn't do, is I would recommend wearing some eye goggles and also wearing some very thick gloves just in case the drill gets away from you and lashes that blade around. I was quite lucky on this occasion, but don't be like me, wear the proper PPE protective equipment. Now, I've ran it up and down the blade edges a few times. There is a step in the blade where it actually sort of goes slightly upwards towards the base of the mower itself, and I had to work the drill slightly just to get it onto that particular sort of edge, but we managed to do it and it seemed to work okay. Now, as I say, it's probably a good idea at this point to actually coat everything with WD-40. It just means that everything will sort of stay nice and rust-free over the winter and then be ready for next season. Now, I'll be honest with you, you could have actually bought a brand new WORX mower, I think for about £189, but I spent £24 on the pair of cells and about 2 hours of my time just getting it all sorted out. So for me, it actually made sense, given that the mower has had pretty limited use over the past few years. I don't think I've actually used this mower for probably nearly 8 or 9 years now. And as you can see, it's actually come up alright. That doesn't look too bad at all. Pretty pleased with that. Anyway, if you like this video, hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon.